Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Comic Gamer Movie Show.
Today, it's going to be a little bit ranty.
A little bit.
I'm going to keep it under control, though.
Well, I'm gonna keep. Well, no, he's gonna keep me under control.
First time ever. But anyway, so today's theme is. I'll let you introduce it.
Today, I know I've made a lot of videos talking about many different things on DC. Most of it not favorable, but this probably is gonna be my most unfavorable thing, because it dawned on me just the other day. The reason I'm even making the video is because the Ray Fisher incident has just grown.
Yeah.
Hell, it grew just 5 minutes ago.
We just listened to something. Apparently, a conversation.
Ray Fisher just unleashed a video of recording talking about his last conversation with the Warner Brothers investigators, who basically said he was being honest, which basically means all the shit he's saying to some degree
is probably true. But until we see actual, until we, in front of us, then I'm just gonna take everything he says with a grain of salt.
The most important of this video is me telling you that DC is just a mess. And the thing about it is,
and this is only one part of it.
The thing about it is too, I might not be as harsh on DC. I know I'm gonna get that one dude in the comment section.
We know who you are.
I know. Tell me about how much freedom DC has while the house is burning down.
They have a lot of freedom. To add more fires.
The guy who left that comment about, the freedom of DC. Awesome, you got the freedom to burn your house down. Great, congratulations in your burning house. Because DC is an absolute mess, and I'm going to systematically list it off for you. First of all, they're not even Warner Brothers. Isn't even Warner Brothers anymore. It's owned by
AT&T.
AT&T, who wants to make their money back as quick as possible.
They want to return on their investment. So
they're going to do whatever they want. Fuck creativity, fuck all that other stuff. They're going to do whatever they need to do to make that money look better.
Milk cow.
Second of all, you got Amber Heard going to war with Johnny Depp.
That's messy.
Both of those actors were working on Warner Brothers projects, and Amber Heard is supposed to be in Aquaman.
Yeah, she more or less came out on top.
And not only to mention that, there's talk she's going to get a Mira spin-off series on HBO Max.
About Mira herself, so it's going to be just her. Terrific.
So...
You got to think about DC. What the fuck's with the spin-offs? Like, every 5 minutes, we're going to have a spin-off for this one unknown character who we don't have any clue about, and we don't have a movie, or we don't have anything else to show for it. Like, I'm just sitting there going okay, wait. You're going to put out something, a show, movie, whatever, on a character that we haven't seen before. No one really cares about number one, which Marvel has done before.
Talking about Peacemaker? John Cena's Peacemaker?
It's like John Cena's Peacemaker?
I don't know if I'm going to like... What happens if Suicide Squad comes out and John Cena's character is the one you don't even like?
Or that, or bombs. Like, then you have nothing to show for it. Then why would I want to see that? The whole point of putting a character that's unknown into a spotlight like that is to then put him in something, is to first put him in something to where he can shine. Then you spin him off, not the other way around.
Well, hell, that's on top of that shit. James Gunn's pissed off because HBO just moved his movie to HBO Max without even talking about him.
Yeah,
so he's pissed off.
And that's the AT&T is doing a lot of shit that, and I'm gonna just go on a limb and say it's mostly TNT's decision making. Yeah, I think Warner Brothers probably has a little bit more, maybe a little bit more integrity than that, to be at least let people know what they're doing or give them a chance to voice their opinion. AT&T was just like, nope, that's gone.
The CEO of Warner Brothers, or as I call him, the Puppet King, because he's just a puppet. Let's not play.
He is now the puppet.
He's just a puppet CEO at Warner Brothers, Walter Hamada. Yep. This man is at war with Ray Fisher, and he's at war with the whole cult known as the Snyder people.
Oh boy,
because they're pissed off at him because he said some shit about the Snyder cut, being what did he call it? A cul-de-sac, which basically meant, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and then that's about it. It's not, we're not gonna make a whole bunch of shit off about it. And now people are pissed at him about that because they got the Snyder people mad at him.
Yeah,
meanwhile you got Ezra Miller choking people. Nobody knows what the fuck happened to him,
and everyone is about it.
And he's on 2 different projects.
Well, and by the way, he was going to have his own movie, but then that got canceled. And
his movie's still happening. No one's talking about it. I'm the only YouTuber who even mentions the fact that Ezra Miller choked some lady out. Nobody even talks about it. No, dude, I'm the only one who still brings it up.
True.
Nobody talks about it anymore. They successfully managed to snuff out
that. They swept that under the rug real fucking good.
You got multiple movies that were announced that might not happen.
Yeah,
what happened? There's Green Lantern. The Green Lantern show for HBO Max was announced. was 3 years ago.
And we haven't seen
there's not
a trailer,
there's not a,
anything.
No, there's not even any casting.
Oh, well, then even worse.
There's no casting. There's no loose synopsis. The damn thing was announced 3 years ago. If someone announces a movie 3 years in advance, I'm gonna need something or a show,
casting call, or whatever.
But nothing.
Not even that. So it's just like, what are they fucking doing? So this project's just sitting on a shelf somewhere collecting dust. Because that's DC in a nutshell. It's a giant shelf with a lot of books that are collecting a fuck ton of dust.
There are multiple reports that there are different sects of people who believe in different things and want to do different things with DC. And you got a whole nother a Batman universe. You're gonna have two different Batman verses. You're gonna have two different Batmans going at the same time.
That's gonna be really confusing.
Like you gotta have the CW shows.
And you're gonna have casual, and now you're confusing casual moviegoers. Like, who are they going to believe? They're going to believe one Batman or the other because they're so used to how the MCU works, they're going to just assume that's how it's going to work there.
Hell, I've even heard there's even reports out there from the Hollywood Reporter that I have my problems with the Joker movie. But when I heard these reports, I was like, damn, what is going on over there? Okay. That they purposefully lowballed the budget for the Joker in hopes that he wouldn't make the movie. That the director wouldn't want to make the movie.
What the fuck?
That's the kind of shit that's going over there at DC. They pushed Justice League out because they wanted to meet their numbers and get their raises.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It is nuts.
A lot of corporate bullshit going on in the background. They're very we already knew this from the beginning. They're just they're decentralized.
And the thing is, all corporations have this kind of shit. Like, all corporations aren't good people. They got things going on. Not all corporations are good people. I know. Disney this, Disney that. I gotcha. Disney isn't perfect either. They've done a lot of things, and as people keep bringing up, they could pay their workers more. All this other shit. If you want to go into the details, but that's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here is the fact that they have a mess. They are a mess.
Yeah. They have a fuck ton of projects that might not even see the light of day. They're at war with their own cast.
What happened to freaking what was it? Spielberg's? I think it was Spielberg's freaking Black Hawks movie. What happened to the New Gods? Have anyone heard from the New Gods?
Nope.
What happened to the Deathstroke movie? What happened to the Nightwing movie? What happened to the
Batgirl movie?
Like, whatever happened to all this shit? And then you got Walter Hamada saying shit like, "Oh, Static Shock's a risky project to do." What the fuck?
What do you mean risky project? They did Black Panther.
Static Shock is a risky project to do. Like I said, dude, I don't give a rat's ass what anybody got to say. DC is a boiling hot mess. And when people were coming out during the summer saying DC is gonna overtake Marvel, I'm telling you, I'm like, in my mind, I was like, DC's a mess. What are you talking about?
It's a hot mess.
They can't even get in line with what the fuck they want to do. Better
like I said, they got a fuck ton of projects sitting on a shelf collecting dust. Like that no one see. Probably, again, is never going to see the light of day. They only did that. I guarantee you a lot of those projects may or may not come to light. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a fucking fortune teller. I guarantee you a good chunk of those projects will never see the light of day because they saw that Marvel, mainly because of COVID and a few other factors, since Marvel was going to take a break and build the next saga, they were going to let's just push all this shit out there and get the hype train rolling.
They just got the hype train running. They got you. They tricked your ass, man. They just started announcing shit. Understand, half of this shit will never see light of day. And another reason, too, they're following Marvel. They announced a couple weeks ago. I said something in the video. They plan on doing 4 to 5 movies a year? And 2 TV shows?
When they're at war with their own cast?
I'm like,
and the directors, because AT&T pulled that shit that happened a while ago, where they were just like, oh yeah, we're just doing all this shit without your permission or without your consultant, and then we'll move on from there.
I was
Thank
like,
you very much.
Can you guys get 1 or 2 good movies in a row, please? Because your last 2 movies were Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, both of them are jokes.
So what the fuck are we doing?
Don't you fucking say it. Most of the internet agrees Wonder Woman 84 was
bad.
At worst, people say
it was awful. It was terrible. I hated that movie.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Wonder Woman 84 is one of the few movies that I hate. I dislike the more I think about it.
Nope.
There are movies I like the more I think about it. There are a rare collection of movies that I dislike the more I think about it. And I dislike that movie more and more every fucking day.
And DC guys, it's just what the shittiest thing is it had something, at least some inkling of hope if they just put a few people in the right places and put the right directors in a few places. Man. And they could have had something.
To top it all off, when AT&T originally bought DC, there was rumors they were going to sell the entire DC publishing division.
I wonder to who.
No one knows, but they might still do it.
Yeah, they might still do it.
If DC don't start proving itself to be profitable,
and it won't. The way that things are going, and the way that that Warner Brothers movie studios are running shit, it's not. They're not going to get a big return on their investment. They might not see that money for fucking years.
AT&T paid over $100 billion? No, it was something. It was high.
I was to say, well, I don't think it was that much.
No, well, you gotta think. Fucking Disney paid $70-something billion for Fox. Yeah, AT&T paid over $100 billion for Warner Brothers.
I was gonna say, put that in the description just in case you're wrong. That's a big number. $100 billion. That's a big number.
I'm just going off the numbers. Like I'm telling you.
Because they only paid because Marvel paid $4 for Star Wars.
They paid for the entire Warner Brothers.
Oh, that's a fair point.
It's all Warner Brothers and everything they own.
Oh well, then we might be right around here. I don't know. Sorry, I heard $100 billion. I was like, ooh. But anyway,
why do you think they're in such a fucking rush to make it back?
True. So anyway, but it's a mess right now. Like I said, AT&T being corporate shills are not fucking helping either. They're them doing their corporate shit in the background because they say, well, we're technically the owners now, so we don't have to consult you on anything. Being very disrespectful to other to other directors, funding. I mean, hell, they pissed off I think it was Lionsgate.
Legendary.
Legendary. My fault.
Yeah, Legendary, who funded 75%
of their projects, and they just basically went, whoosh, out, sweep the rug out from under them. Like they're pissing off a lot of people. They're not going to make their money back.
No.
They're going to probably just sell DC and said, fuck this. We can't make any money off it because we don't know what we're doing with it. So they're just going to sell to try and make some of their money back.
Well, they were going to sell the whole video game division too, but they backed off that. Like that's what AT&T's been looking to find a way to make some profit, to shake some fucking change out of this fucking thing, man.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not helping the problem. They're probably a good chunk of the problem now in modern problems, but Warner Bros. Before AT&T had a lot of problems.
They were a mess.
They were a mess even before AT&T showed up. AT&T doesn't help them doing that.
Yeah, okay.
I really don't think anything else to say. And the last thing too is for all you Snyder people out there, Warner Bros. Wanted to get rid of him. Warner Bros. Wanted him gone. What does that say about him? That you're God Almighty. They wanted him gone after Justice League.
No, after BVS.
BVS. It was they wanted him gone after BVS. So that they were already losing faith in this shit long before it really took off the ground. So if you have that kind of mindset, you're never going to fucking get anywhere. If you have no faith in your baby whatsoever, it's just like, well, cast it out with the bathwater. And that's what they did to Zach.
All right,
and they'll do it to everyone else, too. All right, so I think we ranted quite enough.
Yeah, I've ranted quite
enough. Any closing bits?
No. That's what my thoughts were. I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's just
wrap it up. Deshaun got depressed real fast. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us on
Comic Game Movie Show.
Please remember, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of us in the future, and we shall see you
on the next one.
Goodbye.